Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn what is method overriding with a real world example. So let's go. What is method overriding? Means we will take one example. So let's take we are having one class called as the parent class. Means name is the parent. Okay, we will take a parent class. In the parent class, we are having one method called as hobby. Okay, another class is there called as a child class. Here, this hobby method is getting inherited to the child class. See here, what hobby inside a hobby we are having like reading newspaper. Okay, reading a newspaper. So let's take your parent hobby is to read a newspaper. Okay, what is your hobby? Your hobby is like playing a shuttle. Let's take we are having one class called as a parent class. In that we are having one method called as a hobby. Inside that hobby we are written something like reading a newspaper. Then child class is there. We are extending the parent class. Here inheritance concepts will become. If you don't know the inheritance concepts, go and check my playlist. And here the child class extending the parent class. Okay, we are getting a hobby method, right? If you are inheriting that one, so you are overriding it, means you are changing the body of the hobby. You are not reading the newspaper. What you are going to do, your hobby is playing a shuttle, so you are overriding that one. So this is, we can say, as method overriding. Means you are providing the specific implementation of the method, or you are providing the specific sentence, or you are providing the specific implementation of the method that already defined in its parent class. That means that method is already defined, right? Reading the newspaper, but what you are going, you are overriding that one, right? So that thing we are calling as method overriding. Here you are overriding that sentence, so that's why we are calling as a method overriding. So why we are using, what is the purpose, means if the subclass want to give the specific behavior, that time we are using the concept of method overriding. Child having a hobby different, right? Playing a shuttle, this is the specific thing, right? Means specific behavior here also there, but you are changing that one. So that time we are using the method overriding. Means to allow the subclass to provide a specific behavior, that time we are using a concept of method overriding, and it can be achieved in the runtime polymorphism. Means you will understand what is the runtime polymorphism in the polymorphism concepts. So one more thing what we can say is a class a method in a subclass using the same method signature. Means in the parent class you are having a hobby, right? In the child class also you are having a method hobby, but you are inheriting that one, right? You are using the same method signature, right? Hobby, but you are changing the body, that's it, right? So that thing we are calling as a method overriding. So if you want to do the method overriding, so what are the rules we need to use? Means what are the rules we are going to use? Means first we can say that the same method name should be used. Method name, right? Same method name, this is the rule of the method overriding. So here check here, hobby, right? So you need to use the hobby method signature same as it is here. Hobby is there, same hobby type, same method signature, means same method name you should follow when you want to override that one. So second one what we can say is same parameter, same parameter, same parameter. Here inside a hobby, if you're having 0 parameters, then in the child class also it should have a 0 parameters. And if you have a here inside a hobby, if you're having a parameter like string or int, then in the child class also you should have a int or string, whatever present in the parent class, that type of a parameter you should follow. Or how many types of parameters are there, or type of parameters are there, everything should be same. Okay, this is a third rule we can say. Then it should inherit, it should inherit, it should inherit, means child class should inherit the parent class, means child extend parent, like inheritance concept you should follow here if you want to override that one. So next thing what we can say is fourth point, access modifiers are there, right? Access modifier should be the same, or you need to increase the visibility, don't decrease the visibility, right? If it is a public, then you should use a public. If it is a private, then you can use a private or public. You can increase the visibility but can't decrease the visibility. Okay, that one you should follow. If it is a public, parent class is the public, then in the child class you can't use a private, right? So that is the thing you should understand. Access modifiers. Then you can't override the final methods or static methods or the private methods, and constructor you can't override. You can't override the you can't override which one? Final method, then static method. Static I will write, so you will understand that one. Then private method in the parent class, if you are having as a private method in the parent class, you can't override that one. So okay, private methods you can't override that one, right? Then constructor you can't override that one, right? So this is the main rules. So we will go and we will quickly understand one example. So let's go. I will create one class, new and class. Then I will take one example of vehicle. Then I will click on finish. Then here I will give as void start. Then here I will give one sentence called as vehicle is starting, right? Then here I will save this one and I will create one more class called as car. Then click here, then extends what? Vehicle, right? Vehicle. Then what you are doing? You are overriding the method present in the vehicle, right? You are overriding the same method. It is already here inside a car because you are overriding it, because you are inheriting that, but you are overriding the method. So I will change here to car is starting with key. I will give, see, I will save this one and I will run. Okay, I will show it later. So we make use of one thing called as override. You should make use of this annotation. If you don't use this one, then also it is going to be work, but as a good programmer, make use of that to override when you are overriding the methods. I will show you if you don't use this override method what will happen sometimes. Okay, then I will create one more class. Okay, we will create one class called as a main application. Then click on public static void main. Then here I will create a object of car c equal to new car. Then here c dot method name, right? Start. Then I am saving it and running here. See what you are getting, car is starting with key. Why vehicle method is not coming here, right? Because you are overriding that one. You are overriding the same method, right? Start. So that's why. Let's take, if you are not writing at override annotation and by mistakenly you entered the TT, right? Then we will go here, then we will run. It need to override and give the same value, right? Let's run here. Vehicle is starting, you are getting, right? You are getting vehicle is starting, right? You are not getting a overridden method, right? So let's take, if you mention here h override, then see here it is automatically giving an error. Why? You need to create this method because it is not present in the parent class, so that's why you are getting an error. So using at annotation, at override annotation is the best thing, right? It is going to check here itself. See here, now what you're getting, car is starting with key, right? So this is about a method overriding. This is how the method overriding is going to be work. See, in the interview they are going to ask the what is the difference between the method overriding and overloading, and we can override the static methods or not. No, because can't override the statics methods, and we can't override the private methods. And here, because it is a class level itself, right, means it is only visible at the class level, that's it, right? And static methods are hidden, right? So, and at override annotation, why we used these things, they can ask it in the interview. So quickly we will understand once again. Method overriding means when subclass provide a specific implementation of a method that is already present in the parent class. So that thing we are calling as a method overriding means you are changing the body of the method, right? That method already defined in its the parent class. That thing we are calling as a method overriding. So why we use means if you want to give the specific behavior, that time we are using the method overriding concept, and we can achieve the runtime polymorphism. Don't worry, I will explain this in the next class. And what are the rules of method overriding? When you are overriding, the method name means from the parent and child class method name should be same, and that method parameters should be same. Parameters means type of parameter, number of parameter, those things should be the same, and it should be inherit, that one means from the parent and child class inherit relationship should be there, right? Then access modifier, you should increase the visibility but don't decrease the visibility, that one. And when we can't use the override means when we can't override means for the final methods we can't override, and for static methods, for private method, and for constructor we are not doing the override. This is the rules of method overriding. And if you have any doubt, let me know in the comments. See you in the next. Thank you.